Hello class, welcome to week number 4. I apologize that the audio didn't work on the previous recording. Hopefully it is working now. Alright, let's talk about what is due this week. You'll see in the B&K book you have chapters 5 and 6. You have different lectures and supportive materials down here below to assist you within what we're covering this week. And what you do have due, the only thing that is due this week, besides your quiz, is the literature review part 2. So when you click on that, I'm not going to review this in great detail because I already have an instructional video that I posted, but you can see the assignment instructions. The main thing I do want to point out is that you are expanding past part 1, and this is where you start to integrate the articles, where you identify the various themes in the articles and you are integrating them. So you're going to see that within this assignment that you are working on expanding that introduction that you saw within part 1. Some of those instructions are down here below. And then you're working to start to integrate those 6 scholarly articles that you chose for part number 1. So remember, in part number 1 you reviewed these sequentially like an annotated bibliography, and now we're getting to the next stage where you are looking at the articles, seeing the themes, and talking about that accordingly. So the paragraph should be a mixture of studies, reviewing what was similar, what was different, and so on. You're going to notice down here, hold on, below, you can look at the rubric. The rubric aligns with the assignment instructions. You can see within the different subheadings the different things that are expected. Again, this is expanding upon what you did in part 1. And then remember, the synthesis and analysis and summary research articles are happening together. So you have these different themes. I mentioned cognitive behavioral therapy, so perhaps you're doing a section about the cognitive interventions, and there could be a paragraph about the different studies that talk about what you see in cognitive intervention. So maybe there's 2 journal articles under there and you're synthesizing them and reviewing what was stated together. And then maybe there's a section on behavioral interventions and that's your theme there. So you're synthesizing different articles and summarizing them in the same section. I don't want you to have this 2 separate sections where you have the synthesis and analysis and then a summary. They happen together. That's the one thing that I see a lot of students struggle with. So phase 1, you summarize the articles, and then stage 2 now that you're in, you're going to work to synthesize and integrate. And then you have your conclusion, and it talks about here what needs to be included, and then the additional citations with APA style and writing. So you can click on that to see it does align directly with the assignment instructions. All right, you're also going to see that there is an outline of a sample literature review. If you click on that, it will take you to this page, to the very beginning. It talks about the assignment and what I just reviewed. This is in a box to denote that this is the same section. You're doing both of these things in the same section, and then a conclusion. And then the different points are delineated for that. Below that, you're going to see a sample. Now, what I do want to note is, unfortunately, some of the different APA styles are off a little bit within this. As I was noting, sorry, on the wrong page, the APA style is off a little bit, and I will provide some guidance. You can definitely look in your manual, but there should not be a heading for the introduction. Each paragraph should be double-spaced and indented. The heading style is not correct, so I will provide some guidance and some links to help you, but please ignore it based upon APA style. But the good thing to note is the introduction and what was included. The different themes are noted here, and how you can see that research articles are integrated throughout within each of these sections. You can see a few different authors, and then also you can notice like how they work to summarize and synthesize, integrate within these paragraphs as well. So hopefully that is helpful. That is all you have due this week. And looking ahead to future weeks, in week 5, you're going to see that we're going to start to review the quantitative articles, and then week 6 you have your qualitative review. That will give you some time after you submit your part 2 to work on your final assignment of the literature review that is due at the end of week 7. So that is what you have this week. Keep working on your literature review part 2 and reach out if you have any questions. Thank you.